Tonight, Governor Kim Reynolds and the Biden administration squaring off over the power of school leaders to require masks in schools. Biden's education secretary sending a letter to Reynolds this week saying her ban on mask mandates in schools could violate students' civil rights. Biden's administration is still looking into any possible legal action tonight. Reynolds defending her decision to sign the bill into law.
It went through the legislature. We have elected officials representing Iowans all across this state that voted on that bill, and I signed it into law. And so, we're doing what we need to do. I've been dealing with COVID for over a year, and, he needs to do his job. He needs to address and get Americans out of Afghanistan. He needs to close that southern border. I'm doing my job. He needs to do his job.
Biden making it clear this week he will hold to account governors who buck science-based recommendations from the CDC regarding masks for children.
This includes using all of his oversight authorities and legal action, if appropriate, against governors who are trying to block and intimidate local school officials and educators. And as I said before, if you aren't going to fight COVID-19, at least get out of the way of everyone else who's trying.
Iowa is not alone in its ban on mask mandates in schools. These other states in red also not allowing school leaders to enforce mask wearing inside classrooms or at school events. Tonight, Iowa parents are worried about what's to come as they send their children back to school next week. One parent telling us the rise in the Delta variant, along with not every child being vaccinated, makes her anxious about her own son.
I don't want to be an alarmist, but this is a one-shot deal. If I get it wrong and he does have a bad case, we don't know what the implications are going to be. So I'm not prepared to play the odds that, kids are generally fine. That's great, but I'm not willing to take that risk.
Right now, schools can strongly encourage students and staff to wear masks, but they cannot mandate it. Iowa public school buses are now the only places where masks are mandated for students and the driver. That's been verified by the Iowa Department of Public Health, state education leaders, and the CDC, which set those guidelines. And listen to this number, 150. That's how many people have received a COVID-19 vaccine at the Iowa State Fair so far. Now, to put that into perspective, more than 500,000 people have gone to the fair so far this year. It's a low number going into the Hy-Vee mobile clinic to get a shot. If you need to get the vaccine, you can go to the booth at the fair. It's free and easy. The fourth wave of coronavirus is here. This coming from Polk County health leaders tonight. Three big headlines we're following tonight after a stakeholder briefing with reporters today. Hospitals in the metro are at capacity, filling up with COVID and non-COVID patients. Health leaders are very concerned about the spread of the Delta variant as more than 82,000 kids in the county aren't vaccinated yet. The third headline, and possibly the silver lining, vaccine appointments are up. Polk County going back to appointment-based vaccination schedules next week.